I'm walking in the middle of the Netherlands, in a forest. And I'm taking you into a forest bed, or as the Japanese call it, Shinrin Yoku. And the first thing you do when you practice Shinrin Yoku is slow down your pace. So wherever you are, in a forest, what I hope, because that's the best place to take a forest bath, but maybe you are in a park in a city. But please slow down your pace. Really slow down your pace. That's the first thing you do. Because when you're slowing down your pace, you can open your 5 senses. And by opening your 5 senses, you can really experience your forest bath. I explain you later and tell you a lot about forest bathing and the healthy effects of being in a forest or being surrounded by trees. But I invite you first to really slow down your pace for like 5 minutes and then listen again to my voice. So let me tell you a little bit about Shinrin Yoku. Shinrin Yoku was invented by a director of an institute of forest in Japan. He had a lot of forest surroundings and he thought, how can I invite more people to come to my forest and enjoy? And in that time it was not even proved that it is so healthy to be in a forest. But the evidence surely came. But this guy thought, okay, how can I seduce people to see my forest, to enjoy my forest? And he just thought about the words Shinrin Yoku. And turned out to be a success. Shinrin Yoku was words people liked, and he made a lot of marketing around it, and people came and visited his forest. And later on, scientists became interested. So what's really happening when you are in a forest? And it turned out to be that they proved that it's really healthy. Your immune system is positively stimulated and a lot of stress hormones are decreasing when you are in a forest. In this podcast, I'll show you how to really enjoy your forest path, but also how to take all these positive effects with you and really give your immune system a boost. And not only your body with your immune system, but also your mind. How forest bathing can be really a relaxing time to spend in a forest and really enjoy the forest and the surroundings around you. So in this first podcast, I will tell you about opening the 5 senses, and in the first podcast we'll start with the first 2 senses. And maybe you already experienced a little bit by slowing down your pace. That you maybe already felt how it is to slow down. And in slowing down you maybe already discovered a little bit about how it is to open up your senses. I will teach you some exercises on your 5 senses, how to really open up them. Who am I? I'm Beitske Bouwman. I'm a writer of novels for adults and children. I teach in the University of Nijmegen and Wageningen. And I founded the Anaya Academy, where I want to bring people back to nature again, to reconnect with nature and feel how human beings are connected with the earth, the nature, the trees, and everything that is alive on this planet. So that's why I'm taking you in this podcast into a forest bath. But let's start with the first sense, and the first sense is the sense of sight. So I invite you now to find a place where you can stand or sit for a little while. Take some time to find your tree where you want to stand, or a nice spot in the forest or in the park to stand for a little while. And then listen again to my voice. And again, slow down your pace. really slow down. So maybe now you find your spot and standing somewhere, a tree or in a nice spot in a forest. And Shinrin Yoku, or the art of forest bathing, is, as I already told you, about awareness of the five senses. By opening up our five senses, we can really reconnect with nature again. And the first sense we are going to give our awareness is the sense of sight. So I invite you now to close your eyes, and if you don't feel comfortable and close your eyes, then find a branch or a leaf or a spot on the ground where you want to put your eyes on, look at with your eyes. And if you do close your eyes, then just become aware of your eyes, but you also become aware of how you're standing here in this place, in this forest. Feel your feet at the ground. Or, as the Japanese say it, we human beings are not standing at the earth, but with the earth. It's just a difference of two words, but maybe you can feel the difference. How it is to stand at the earth or to stand with the earth. Feel your whole feet in the front, on the back, on the left, on the right. And feel the connection of your feet with the earth. Take some time for that. And then when you've done that and you feel your feet connected with the earth, your knees loose, no tension in your knees, your body straight up, your head in the air. Then focus on your eyes and become aware of your eyes. Feel your eyes as soft eyes. Feel how they are relaxed, how you can relax your eyes. And then when I say it, not just wait a moment before you do it, but when I say it, when you've closed your eyes, of course, you can open your eyes. And then look around you if you just see the forest and the trees for the first time. If you already had opened your eyes, then just look around you if you see it for the first time. So you can now open your eyes and really take some time to look around you. See the colors, the forms, the leaves, the branches, the trees. Turn around also. If you take really time to see the whole environment around you, the left, the right, the front, the back. And do this very, very slowly. As if you have the eyes of an artist who's going to paint the forest when he's coming home. See the colors, the difference in the colors. Really take time. And do this for a few minutes and then listen again to my voice. And let me explain you now why it is so relaxing to be in a forest. Maybe you already experienced it while looking at the branches and the leaves. All the forms we see in nature are fractals, and fractals we can't really point our finger at, but they are there in the leaves, in the branches, in all the things you see now right at this moment. And fractals are really relaxing our eyes. They help us to relax. And not only our eyes, of course, but also by relaxing our eyes, we relax our minds. And a lot of people ask me, when I run through the forest, is that not the same as taking a forest bath? Of course, you smell the fresh air, which I will explain later a little bit more about it, why it is so healthy. But by slowing down, opening up your senses, you take time to see the fractals. You take time to relax your mind. You take time to relax your body. And that's the difference between forest bathing and running through a forest. So while you're probably still looking around you, you see all these leaves, and maybe if you look up and it's maybe summer or autumn, then you see all those leaves above you. And the Japanese have a word for it, for the play of leaves with dark and light. They call it gomo reibi. And the longer you watch the play of gomo reibi, the more relaxed your mind will become. So this is the first exercise for the first sense sight. And now I'll invite you to walk again a little bit further through your forest, again in a slow pace, and look around you with these soft eyes and with the experience and the knowledge that it has such a relaxing effect, because they're all fractals who are helping us to relax. So follow your way in a slow pace and look around you with soft eyes through all the colors, forms, and whatever there is to see in a forest. And then we go to the second sense, our smell. But first walk for like 5 or 10 minutes and then listen again to my voice. So probably you saw a lot of colors and forms. And now we are going to focus on our next sense, the second sense, and that's the sense of smell. So I invite you again to find a place where you want to sit or stand for a little while. And then you can close your eyes slowly. And then focus on your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Just follow your breath, how you're breathing in and out. Follow the way of your breath. You start with breathing when you are born, and you will stop with it when you die. And all the time, your breath is this lively stream of connection with the world around you. It gives you fresh air. It fills your lungs. It gives you energy. So just feel how you're breathing in the fresh air of the forest around you. If you're in a park, maybe it's not such a fresh air, but you maybe can smell a tree or smell flowers around you. And experience how nature is giving us all these experiences of smells and fresh air. Feel how the air is filling your lungs. Breathe in and breathe out. And do this for like 5 minutes and then listen again to my voice. Focus on your breath. Relax. Feel the air filling your body. Feel the energy. And I hope you experienced that by paying attention to your breath and your smell, that it's also very relaxing. And you're not only connected with the trees and the forest around you by breathing in the fresh air they are giving to us, but you give them also something back. When you breathe out, when you give them CO2, and they need that for their leaves and for their growing. So that's why we all human beings are so connected to the trees and nature. And the reason why it is so healthy to be in a forest is because this fresh air you're breathing in now is composed also of phytoncides. Trees are giving phytoncides to the air. And phytoncides are giving a boost to our immune system. So by walking through a forest, you breathe in and you breathe the phytoncides in your body, and they stimulate our immune system. So that's also why it's so healthy. And not only the phytoncides trees are giving to us, but all the microbes. When it's autumn and you walk through a forest and it has been raining, you smell this air from the ground. That's the microbes from the ground, and they also have a positive effect on our body. So now I invite you to follow your way and smell. Smell whatever you see. You can smell on trees or on leaves, but you even can pick something off the ground and discover how it smells. Discover the forest with your nose and smell whatever you want to discover. Do this for 5 or 10 minutes and then listen to my voice again. So I hope in this first podcast I showed you a little bit how you can take a forest bath or practice Shinrin Yoku by opening up your 5 senses. While doing so, in opening your 5 senses, you can discover your 6th sense, and that's the sense of being. The sense of being connected, being a part of the earth, of the world, of nature. And that's what we're going to experience in the next podcast. Of course, I will tell you a little bit more about the forest and the trees and the healthy effects. And I'll teach you some more exercises for your other 3 senses. So maybe we'll meet each other in the second podcast, Shinrin Yoku in a nutshell.